Hello and welcome to the weekly close-up from the Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation. I'm Bethlem Taye. Ethiopia is among the 7 fastest growing economies in sub-Saharan Africa. The country has registered a double-digit economic growth over the past 10 consecutive years. Construction of mega projects has been happening across the country over the past 4 years or so. In fact, Addis Ababa has become one construction zone. This has been approved by international organizations, resident ambassadors, and other dignitaries. Baina Zodu caught up with some resident ambassadors and business representatives in Addis Ababa and has the following account for you.
Ethiopia allots a large portion of its annual budget for infrastructure development, which in turn contributes a lot for the economic growth of the country. Ethiopia is an non-fuel producing fast-growing economy in Africa and among the 7 fastest-growing economies in sub-Saharan Africa. Trainable labor force, peace and stability, attractive foreign direct investment policy, and abundant natural resources are the major reasons for investors to come to Ethiopia.
It is a good place to invest, especially in our sector. You have the climate, you have the people, and you have the government which is supporting our industry.
Ethiopia has a good labor power, and the labor costs are reasonable than Turkey, and also the energy costs are lower than Turkey. That's why we came here to see how we can make an investment here.
Ethiopia is growing so fast for the past couple of years that it would be pity not to use this opportunity for further collaboration.
Ethiopian economy, as we know, at the single point of time, is at its bloom, and I really believe in the Ethiopian economy and its stability that it will have in future terms, indifferent to the rest of the other world, to be honest. I am seeing the government doing a very good job, which is very peaceful.
The country registered an average of 10% economic growth over the last 10 years. Construction is happening here and there across the country, and Addis Ababa has become one huge construction center. Ethiopia created job opportunities for about 6.6 million citizens under macro and small enterprises over the last 4 years of the GTP period. These citizens are involved both in private and governmental business sectors. Construction of railways for trains that move 120 kilometers per hour is under construction and is expected to be finalized by the end of 2015. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance hydropower dam has seen 36% completion and is expected to generate 6,000 megawatts upon completion, which will add another drive to the economy.
Ethiopia is a fantastic place because the people are warm, and I find that the support of the government and the plans of the government right now at this time are very positive and really pro-poor, focused on improving the lives of the people.
Our programs have been to support Ethiopia water, sanitation and hygiene, but obviously that has taken me to visit different corners of the country, to the north, to the south, to the east, and definitely is being a big push, in terms of road constructions, in terms of new infrastructure, which is good. Those are critical elements that are important for the development of a country. Energy, hydro energy, those elements are there.
Well, having been here since 1995 and working in development, the change has been transformational for me. I mean, I think anybody who's been here throughout the last 15, 20 years can see that there's a huge transformation. And so I see the growth as very positive, and the direction in Ethiopia is positive.
The roads, a lot of roads, new roads, and the train. Now I think you have the new train, no? And buildings, more buildings, a lot of buildings. Okay. The city has changed.
I've been coming to Ethiopia on and off for the past 14 years. Each time I come back, there was maybe a 8 to 9 year gap between my visits, but each time I've come back, I've noticed there's been a lot of activity, a lot of growth, a lot of construction here in Addis, and so that's great to see. You know, there's a lot of progress being made. Construction of the train, the railway system, that will be great, I hope, for the city.
The country achieved the Millennium Development Goals MDG 1 on halving poverty and some goals related with the health sector.
Well, I think we can talk about the growth rates, we can talk about the social and economic indicators, the fact that Ethiopia is on target to meet all, if not most, of the Millennium Development Goals. These are things that should not be taken for granted. These are significant achievements that Ethiopia should and can be proud of.
Ethiopia is growing more or less between 9 and 11% in the last 10 years. It's something unbelievable for us. Now Spain, after very tough and complicated reforms, we are growing again, but we are growing in 1%. And imagine you are growing at 10%.
In terms of the growth of your economy, since I'm here, I realize that I've been a witness of this fantastic boom, economically speaking. We hope that all the energies of this country will contribute for a better Ethiopia.
Every day we see changes in Ethiopia, so it's a positive economic development.
Well, Ethiopia, it's got an impressive vision of trying to raise the standard of living and become a middle-income country by 2025, and there are all indications that that is going to be possible, because if you look at your growth rate, if it's double digit, or let's say even if it's not double digits, it's 9%, then over a period of 7 years or 6 years you should be doubling. So if that happens and everything falls in line as projected by your leadership, then you should be a middle-income country by the projected date, because that's how the things have been projected. And whether it's infrastructure, education, of enhancing manufacturing in leather, textile, food processing, and to exploit or use the abundance of manpower you have. And you're a 90 million or 95 million strong country. So all these are visions, and I'm sure they will fall into place. You have a great future.
The country is also working to move from agricultural-led economy to industrial one. Ethiopia hopes to join the group of middle-income economies by 2025.